Today's video is not going to be any of my cars. It's actually going to be some friend of mine that bring his car in today, and we're going to be doing a full exhaust on it. We are doing it on a 2022 GR86 Toyota, so the new BRZs. And funny enough, his name is the same as mine. I thought that was pretty cool. But we are going to be installing this AWE exhaust, which replaces the big ass cat that's in the back that restricts a lot, and it's going to replace it with this cat back. So these are black diamond tips, obviously with their stamps. Came with all the hardware and clamps. But let me set you guys down, and then I'll get you guys some stock exhaust clips of how this car sounds without any of the exhaust on. So let me put you guys down and let me start the car. And as you can tell, it sounds like an airbox, so there's not really much of a tone from this motor. So let's get the old system out and let's put the new AWE exhaust in. So now that we're under the car, I believe we're going to be replacing from here all the way back and removing this big cat out of the way. These two 14 mils that are right here, this exhaust hanger that's right there, and then I believe that this system should just come out fairly quickly. And I have the right tool for, you want this tool when you're taking out exhaust hangers. This tool works really good. Alright, so it's a new car, so it's fairly easy to take all these bolts apart. There's no rust whatsoever, so it's pretty easy to remove everything. Just like these two bolts and that gasket that I showed you guys over there. That's the one that you have to replace, the one that's right here, if it would focus, that one. So now we got the midsection out. All we gotta take out are these two hangers on each side, and then this box should come out. So I'm gonna set you guys down because it's gonna be a little difficult by myself to take this out. So actually, it was actually 4 of those hangers on each side. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 to take out that thing. It wasn't that bad. So we can see a size comparison from the AWE one, which is significantly smaller compared to the OEM stock one, which is massive. So I'm pretty sure this is going to open up the car a lot more and give it that nice deeper tone. So you want to start mocking everything up without putting the clamps on first, just because you don't want to tighten everything and then have to redo it. So I got the first portion of the back of the exhaust done. So you just utilize just these front ones. You don't really use the back ones anymore. And then we can put those curved pieces on for the tips so they can come out evenly. So it loops around the diff right here pretty good. Loops around there. Has enough clearance from the drive shaft. So it has enough clearance just because this pipe is bigger and larger in diameter. So all that's left to put on is the gasket and then this pipe. So this is the last pipe that needs to go in, and then we can install the tips. Alright, I got everything mocked up in here. I did tighten this one down just so we can ensure good fitment for the tips. Uses the OEM bolts. Make sure these springs are going back in. So after that, you just leave this one loose also, just in case you need to readjust everything. So now we can install the tips, the one with the slits, and you put it into the non-slitted area, and it goes on just fine. And as you can see, once you turn it up, it's gonna come out the back pretty damn good, to be honest with me. So I'm gonna mount this up, and then I'll come back to you guys once I have the black tip and everything nice and secured. All right, now that we got the stock exhaust out of the way, the AWE exhaust is now fully secured in the car. So it utilizes one clamp there, and the OEM bolts right there. And then you clamp them here for the tips. And these tips are much bigger than these ones. As you can tell, these ones look much nicer in the car. It goes good with the diffuser. So here's a look at it from the back. So let me get everything cleaned up and make sure, I'm gonna double check my work to make sure everything is tight. Then I'll bring down the car off the rack, and then we can do a first startup on how it sounds with the new exhaust in the car. Louder than OEM. Oh, there, now it's starting to quiet down. But the cold start, you can definitely tell that that was way louder than stock, which is expected once you upgrade your exhaust, but that is very restrictive in my opinion. All right, so now I think it's ready for the customer to come pick it up, and this install went pretty good. No exhaust leaks that I can hear, but the tone of the car is now, it's much better. So now that we just installed the AWE exhaust into the car, the next video will probably be going over the Audi and what I did to it and all the mods and everything like that, because I said I wasn't going to change the color, but you know, I did, and it went to red. So that'll be in the next video when I show you guys a feature of the S4. But that'll be until next video, so later.